In this video, we are going to see about Raspberry Pi 3 and how to connect Raspberry Pi to the laptop remotely. Before that, if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and click the bell button. Now, we can see the Raspberry Pi board. This is the Raspberry board. This is the GPIO pins. That is will be a 40 GPIO pins, HDMI cable port, USB cable port, speaker, audio, camera, Ethernet port, 4 USB cable port. So in this video I am having Raspberry Pi 3 model. There will be a SD card. So you can insert the SD card. So now we see the details of pin diagram of Raspberry Pi board. Here there is GPIO pins, that is 40 GPIO pins, two 5V, that is 4 power supplies, two 5V and 3.3V. Next, here we see there is two, and that is a red button indicates the 5V, orange all orange buttons indicates the GPIO pins, black buttons indicates the ground, and light dark or yellow indicates the 3.3V. This is the diagram of a GPIO pin. Now we will see the parts of Raspberry Pi 3. That is, and already I told, that is there will be a 40 GPIO pins and HDMI cable port, 4 USB port, Ethernet cable, audio port, camera port, that is Raspberry Pi 3 camera port. Another one is USB cable for power, and there is a micro SD card port here. Now we will see how to install the, I assume that you already installed the Raspberry Pi 3 Raspberry OS. So here I insert the memory card into the card reader, and so I will install the OS of the Raspberry Pi. Here I select the go to the Raspberry Pi official page. Go to the official page of Raspberry Pi and click Raspberry Pi desktop. Download the OS of the imager, and also download Win32 manager. and also install the advanced IP scanner. After installing the OS, put again the memory card into the Raspberry Pi and boot it. Here I seen that there is a Raspberry Pi. In my case, the IP address of my Raspberry Pi board is 19.168.43.31. I copy that IP address and install putty and paste the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. Now it will log in into the Pi username and password Raspberry. Now I have to enable the VNC in the Raspberry Pi board. Type sudo raspberry config, select interfacing option, select under VNC. Okay, now select OK. The VNC service now enabled. Select advanced option, select resolution, select the mode 35. Okay, the resolution is set to the mode 35. Now click finish. Okay, now the VNC server is enabled in the Raspberry Pi board. Now install VNC viewer in your laptop and or in Arduino, Android of phone. Now open the VNC viewer and select the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. Now you can see the screen of the Raspberry Pi, that is OS of Raspberry Pi. Now the Raspberry Pi is interfaced remotely the Android or laptop. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, share it and click the bell button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.